The interesting thing is people see you now with 250,000
Hmm.
followers, but just like everybody else, you started with zero.
Hmm.
So when you first started recording content, did you feel awkward? Like, here's a camera, nobody else is here. Tell me about that experience.
When I first started recording, I was fresh out of a relationship. And I was like, I'm going to start recording. It started in the house. I was doing different snippets and trends. Very easy in the beginning. I'm just showing up. I'm just having fun with it. I never set out to be a content creator. It's something that just came. Once I started seeing it was getting real, that's when I was like, okay, I should probably go outside a little bit more with this. It was extremely awkward to prop up my phone and just kind of show it. Even today, I'm very cautious because even when I'm recording in public spaces, not everybody wants to be recorded. So I'm
Yeah.
not that type of content creator that's like, doesn't care about her surroundings and doesn't care if anybody's in it. I try to do content when I'm outside with not many people around. In the beginning, very awkward. Now it's something that I do. So like if I'm walking down like an aisle in a grocery store, like I said, I try to make sure nobody's in that aisle. But if somebody I walk past and somebody sees me, I'm just like, whatever. Like this is what I do. Like I'm sure you've seen somebody recording themselves before, so it's not as awkward, and I think more people are doing more of it. So
Hmm.
it's not something that's just like not normal. But yeah, in the beginning, very much like I don't want to do this, but now it's like, no, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this
For
now.
sure. Was it any point where friends and family made you feel like, damn, you always got the camera out. Why won't you just enjoy the moment?
Yeah, they have been very supportive of my journey. My sister did make a comment the other day though, because my nephew had got suspended from school, and I was like, "Can I record it? Like, I gotta go pick him up." And she was like, "Everything ain't content," but I understood that. But I was different, so that's the only time I've ever heard that from someone. But that situation totally made sense. But yeah, other than that, nobody's ever really said, "Oh, you recording again?"
Hmm.
I had an old friend who was like, people are going to get tired of you recording. And they're an old friend now for a
Yeah.
reason because I felt like they were trying to stop me from being as great as I knew I could be.
Right.
That was literally one time. But other than that, everybody's been very supportive of me on this journey. And yeah, they know that I'm creating content. And I mean, they get the perks now. When I get invited to events for free or I get a comped meal at a restaurant, I'm like, hey, you want to come? They're like, absolutely. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, they
So,
love it now, huh?
yeah. So I try to rotate my friends too. Like, I took this person last time. I'm going to take this person this time. So they pretty supportive about it.
Yeah. Okay. So when you start posting and you start really getting traction, do you remember the video that was like, oh wow, like this is kind of real for me?
I would say it was probably when I started on TikTok. I was doing fashion content. So those videos would start going up and going super crazy. And that's when I started seeing followers come from TikTok over to Instagram. And as they started coming over to Instagram, I was like, okay, wow. So I think it really wasn't a video moment. It was a numbers moment. When I went from 10K to 50K, it was like, what's going on? Even today, having hit over 100K on two different platforms, it's like, wow, this is really happening. I joke about it, but I'm always so serious when I say this. You guys really like me. I think those moments, seeing those numbers continue to climb, is what did it for me. A particular video doesn't stand out to me because when I first started my platform, it was different than what it is today. I had to pivot and change my platform because it was going down the wrong path at first. I was doing trends and stuff like that. And now it's like, no, I just show up as me. I just post what I want to post. It's transformed and it's grown over the years. But what's most rewarding now is when, since I'm heavy in my faith, if I'm talking about my faith and that performs well, that's when it's like, this is the moment for me. This is
Yeah.
purpose work.
So how do you define like a successful video? Is it like how many followers I got from this, or the views, likes, or the engagement?
I'm going off of the engagement and the likes. For example, if a video only hits 1,000 people, can be seen as a flopped video. If 100 people like that video, to me, that's still a success because that's still a 10% of people that it resonated with. The other day, someone was trying to upsell me and they were like, well, how do you know if it's hitting the right person? And I was like, I serve God. Even if it only hits one person, that is the right person. Now that I'm in this season, that 10% of people that I'm hitting, if that message is only hitting those 10%, to me, that's a successful video. So a video doesn't have to be 10K, 100K, 200K. 1,000 is good if it's hitting that 100 people and it's resonating with them because I know that I'm doing my part.
Yeah. I saw an interesting graphic. This is what 25 people look like it was a
Mm-hmm.
classroom, and
Yes.
100 people was a university,
Yep.
1,000 was like a small meeting,
Mm-hmm.
10,000
Yeah.
and 20,000 being a Cavs arena. And people don't understand that really 100 views is a
Mm-hmm.
lot. Like
Is.
that's like 4 classrooms full of people.
Yes.
And for a lot of people who struggle with public speaking,
Mm-hmm.
if you had to stand up here and talk to 100 people, you would kind of be like, whoa, like this
Yeah.
out of my lane.
Yes, it
When you get
is.
100 people to look at something on Instagram, you're like, oh, it didn't do well.
Mm-hmm.
In reality, 100 people is a lot.
It
Yeah.
really is. That's why I'm not tripping off if a video isn't doing over 10,000 views, which for my platform, it technically should. But like you said, looking at those graphics, those are the clearest representation because that is a lot of people still.
Yeah.
100 people is still a lot of people.
Is there anything in the beginning that you did wrong? Like, well, I shouldn't have approached it that way.
It's going back to viral trends, just hopping on the trends. If I had to start over, I would not be hopping on trends. I would just be posting like I'm posting now,
Okay.
just showing up as myself. In the beginning, I was doing a lot of different trends, and that's something I just wouldn't have done if I had to start over and do it again. Now, it's not to say that I don't do trends. If they apply to my content, if they apply to my brand, then I will hop on it. But I think before it was like, oh, I'm just going to do this. Like, I don't really have a purpose behind it.
Yeah. Okay. What do you tell yourself when you don't feel like recording?
Yeah, so I literally say to myself, okay, if you don't feel like recording today, you're going to record tomorrow. So I just have to set the tone for the next day and let myself know this is when you're going to have to do it. Pretty much since I'm recording almost every single day now with this challenge that I'm on, I'm doing a 100-day challenge. So that is requiring me to show up a little bit more than what I was before. But if I don't feel like recording, then I'll just bulk record.
Okay.
And so then I'll have stuff to come out. But yeah, if I know that I don't have anything to post tomorrow, and I don't feel like recording it today, I just tell myself, if you don't feel like doing it today, you're gonna do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you post every day?
I do post every day. So now I'm doing about 2 to 3 pieces of content every single day on almost every single platform. And TikTok is a little different. TikTok sometimes is 5 to 6 pieces of content a day.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. TikTok is the easiest though because you can just show up and just talk. You don't really have to have too much. You don't have to plan anything out. So that's where you're gonna see the videos with me just kind of talking about a bunch of different random stuff because I'm like, hey, I was thinking about this. I made a video today just talking about how much I love Cleveland. It's
Yeah.
just so random, but it was something I was thinking about. I was like, I love my city, even though I don't live here anymore. I love it here.
Yeah.
TikTok is easy to produce content like that. So that's why it's easy to do 5 to 6 pieces of content. With the 100-day challenge that I'm on, it's really a accountability challenge. So it's just me showing up every single day. So not only am I doing that video, but I'm also doing something in my pillars. I do have my set pillars, even though my content is pretty random. I do fashion, fitness, lifestyle, and motivational videos. So on top of the daily video that I'm doing for the challenge, I'm either doing one of those pillars and I'm posting that as well. So I try to start that at the start of the day and then midday or end of the day, I'm doing the challenge video.
Are you using some type of platform to schedule out the content or just like it's 12 o'clock, let me upload something?
I am very hands on, so no platforms. I just post whenever I want to post. I don't have a set schedule.
Okay.
I literally just am like, all right, well, finish editing this, let's post it.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I had maybe 3 or 4 for Instagram, which was kind of unusual. I had an event to go to, I went to the gym, so I highlighted that. And then I had to highlight the event. When I create a piece of content at an event, if I leave your event at 10 o'clock and I get home at 11, and I edit and it's done at 11:30, it's getting posted. Unless I know, like in the case of I don't feel like recording tomorrow, then I'll schedule it out for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll schedule some stuff maybe one day out if I know that I've been up late, so something can post in that morning time slot. Everything I pretty much just record and edit and post right then and there.
Yeah. And I asked because when I was doing research, people say, well, you got to post at 9 o'clock and then the lunchtime and then work. But
Yeah, it does matter for certain people and certain platforms. If you look at your analytics, everybody's analytics are different. So you can look at that. My analytics do say, hey, your followers are on time around this time between 3 and 6. But I don't know. I think I just don't really care. Honestly, I'm like, they're going to see it or they're not. Like, it don't really matter. I'm posting the content because I know I got more content coming. So it's
yeah.
got to get out regardless of what time it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, it does matter depending on what it is you're posting, depending on your analytics. Yes, but I just think I don't care. So that's why I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, and you're not doing it for the numbers. It's gonna be out.
Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Do you feel any pressure to always look put together?
Some days I notice when I am more put together, the content does do a little bit better versus than when I'm just looking like whatever. But also, I've seen videos do really good when I'm just looking like whatever. It just depends on what I'm talking about or what I'm doing in that particular video. So
Okay.
I don't have the pressure to look put together every single time. I do try not to show up in a bonnet, but other than
Yeah.
that, I'm just posting. I'm also not a big makeup person. So most of the time I don't have makeup on, so it's
Hmm.
like I'm showing up as what I look like, but no, I don't have any pressure behind that.
What about out in public? Do you put a little pressure on yourself, like, hey, I'm a content creator, so I
Mhm.
got to make sure that I'm at this level as far as my appearance?
Yes and no. There's times where I left the house kind of whatever. I'm not doing too much.
Mm,
I'm pretty much in chill clothes a good majority of the time, so I don't think I have that pressure too much because I'm not super big to the point where everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, that's Jan." I'm not
yeah,
there. I see a lot of that when I was going to the Browns game over the summer, so I was already dressed up for that. But on a regular day, no. If I need to go out and grab something and run errands, I will. I do my eyebrows pretty much, but that's it on a regular day. I'm showing up and I'm going out as is.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.